Hello and welcome to Crimes of the Heart Tarot. I'm Miss Vicki, and I'm going to use the tarot to see if we can gain more insight into unsolved mysteries, deaths, and disappearances. Let's get started. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Today I'm going to do a reading about SKINWALKER Ranch in Utah. It's a very mysterious place. All kinds of strange things have gone on according to people that have lived there and done tests. And a lot of people say it's just fantasy, it's all in their minds. But the SKINWALKER Ranch TV series I've been watching on History Channel, they have a scientific crew there now for the past 3 seasons, I think. They have found some amazing things, not just fantasy, not just illusion. They're hardcore scientists doing some incredible tests. And as the season closed, and I'm not advertising the show, it's just something I'm really fascinated by. The crew had been drilling into the side of a mountain, and the drill struck something really hard. And the drill manager came to the conclusion that it was a really hard metallic or a rock that was round or oval shaped, and he could tell that because of the way the drill acted when it went into the side of it. When they pulled the drill out, there were bits of a substance, a strange looking substance that the crew had analyzed and came up with the conclusion that it was similar to a coating that would be used on the space shuttle that would protect, well, in our case, the space shuttle from burning up upon entry. They use it for other things too. I'm not a real scientifically minded person. I don't know a lot about that. But I started thinking about that, and I thought, if this is indeed, and I believe it is, a round or oval or cylindrical shaped object that has a coating like our space shuttles, what's it doing under the ground? I don't know if they could find the age of it. And also it correlates, this object under the ground, it's not that far under, correlates with kind of I want to say a pathway up into the atmosphere that has been interfering with some of their tests. It's almost like an invisible pathway up to a certain point that can't be penetrated, and all that. It just really intrigued me. So this object under the ground either has to be something that fell from the sky or was just put under the ground for some reason. And if it had a coating of the protective coating on it for space entry, it seems logical to me that it had been built to come back into the atmosphere and not burn up, just like the space shuttle. So, I mean, it's possible it was some kind of satellite that was used for exploratory endeavors, but it would have had to have been a long, long time ago. So I want to do a reading. I'm using the Desert Illuminations Tarot. I've had this deck for several years. I think I've only used it once or twice, but it seems perfect, excuse me, perfect for the Arizona location, the Utah location, right around Four Corners, the Four Corners area. Lots of mystery there. A little more shuffling. I just want to lay some cards down, and I want to ask the cards, is this object an alien spacecraft of some kind that came from outer space or came from another planet and embedded into the earth? And it must be still active if it's giving off all these kind of radiations and things like that. And again, I'm not scientific at all. All right, so we're going to pull a few cards and see if we could just get an idea. Is this object, the object that's under the ground, with the coating, protection coating on the outside of it, What is it? Where did it come from? Let's see what we can get. I haven't used this deck a lot, so sometimes if I haven't worked with the deck a lot, it takes me a while to warm up to it. All right. Now this has images of aliens and southwestern things. I thought it was really appropriate. So what do we see here? Now we're asking, what is this object? Where did it come from? All right, we have the very first card is the Magician. And next to it is the King of Pentacles. Now the Magician, this card has little aliens and all kinds of interesting stuff on it. I need to use this more often. I'll have to find more uses for it. I have a little spaceship. The Magician is someone who makes things happen. This is someone who creates something. As above, so below. This is the Magic Man. So something magical happened with this object is what I'm getting. Now the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is of the earth. This is someone very powerful. It's down to earth, it's money, but it talks about earth, soil, land, and health. So we're talking about health and the earth. And next card is the Six of Swords and the Three of Swords. The Six of Swords talks about someone moving away from a bad situation. Now that's really interesting because we're talking about, my question was, is this an alien craft? And it talks about heartbreak. The Three of Swords is heartbreak, a tragedy of some kind happened. All right, so next card we have is the Strength card. The Strength card is basically, it's a major arcana card, number 8. It talks about going, going within to be strong, fighting your demons, doing the right thing. It can also be about pride. So what I'm getting from this is someone did create this. This was a creation. And the King of Pentacles was something to do with the earth and moving away from a bad situation. Heartbreak and trying to be strong, fighting inner demons. All right, let's do a few more cards. The King of Swords. This is truth. This king is about truth, intellect. This is a very, very intelligent person. Well-read, well-studied. Not a lot of emotion, but someone who tells the truth, cuts to the chase. And then we have the Nine of Swords. This is a nightmare card. This is about thinking the worst about something, having dreams, terrible dreams, almost like the worst nightmare you could have. When you wake up, it's not that bad, but it is a nightmare. 2 sword cards. Then we have the Hierophant. Hierophant is the head of an organization. This can be a medicine man, this can be a priest, this can be the Pope, this can be an organization that's usually a higher power type situation. It can mean a company too, but it's somebody that's an organization that's for the greater good. It can be very rigid, dogmatic, and it has followers. That's interesting. And then we have another king. We've got the King of Cups. This is a compassionate king, a loving king. Lots of emotion. He does control his emotion, but he understands emotion. And then we have the Ten of Cups. This is, excuse me, this is an ending card. Happy home. the good things over the rainbow. It can almost mean like too much, having too much, but it is a positive card. And then we have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is secrets. This is someone who is saying you need to go within to get the answers. You need to step back, use your intuition, but it's also about secrets. Excuse me. We've got several major arcana cards here. The feeling I'm getting, my question was, is this object from another planet? Is it from another civilization that came to Earth a long time ago? And I'm getting there was some magic involved, some conjuring. 3 Kings. 3 Kings is a lot to show up in a reading. Moving away from something bad. This goes along with this Sumerian legend of a planet that was having problems, trying to move away. The king of, this would be the King of Cups, and we have the King of Coins. There were a lot of people involved in this situation. I get making with this. They made this spaceship. This spaceship was indeed, and not just because of the card, but the card is pretty interesting that this one came up. This was a civilization moving away from a bad situation, from heartache, and trying to be strong in a separate way. I'm getting, it goes along with the stories, the Sumerian stories of a planet that was having problems. The story is that they were having problems with they did something to destroy their atmosphere or damage it, and they needed gold to make some kind of cloak around their planet. Now, I don't think it was successful. It's almost like I see almost desperation here, trying to be strong, nightmares, several kings in charge. This goes along with the Sumerian stories of the planet, another planet that I think was destroyed. And it depends on what you read, the text and all that. I'm getting very possibly this was something from somebody. I don't see the other planets so much as I see, looking at this card makes me think they had little satellites around the Earth, along with their planet. They had a planet, and then they had, I almost want to say, space stations around. This was sent to Earth. I also feel like they didn't mean for it to crash there. I think they were exploring. And when it did crash, what I'm getting, it caused problems. They were already having problems, but I get that it wasn't meant to crash into the ground like it did. So it came from another planet, or from out of space, another civilization. And they were having a lot of problems. They had satellites around. I don't know if the planet was still there or not. I think it's called Nibiru, something like that. It's supposed to have a long rotation and coming back. I don't know. They haven't seen any proof of that. These are just Sumerian stories. A few more cards. Was it supposed to be in the ground, or did it crash? Maybe it was supposed to be there in the ground. I mean, if it was a long time ago, it might have been on the surface and just got covered up. So let's see if I can see that. Was that meant to be where it is? All right. These cards are slippery. I haven't used them much. I like these though. They're Southwestern. I'll have to find another use for them. I guess I could use it for anything. I like how colorful they are. Alright. A few more. Alright, was it placed there on purpose? Or did it crash? We have the death card. No, this is not the death card. Well, it looks like the death card. This is the Ten of Swords. This might as well be the death card. This is overkill. This is something negative happened. It looks like the death card to me. It's a serious card. This is stabbed in the back a million times. Now, there was some arguing going on. I'm getting that. I'm getting arguing. There was... Still haven't answered my question. The Ace of Swords, the Ace of Wands. This is called the Ace of Chilies. This is heat. There was arguing among these three kings. This was like a new thing they were doing. I don't think they've done this before. Then we have the Tower. The Tower is a disaster. So I'm asking, was this supposed to be in the ground? Was it supposed to... I mean, it could also have been on Earth and was supposed to go up into the sky and failed. I'm getting... This was a failure. This was a disaster, actually. So I think whatever that is definitely came from another civilization. Now, this could have been a prior civilization, because I know the Earth is very, very old. It didn't have to be aliens. But I'm getting the Magician, I'm getting the Tower, heartbreak, moving on. This could very well be that civilization trying to gain something for their planet on Earth. But whatever happened with this machine, I don't think it was meant to sit there and be buried. I think it was supposed to go into space somehow, or came from space. It had to be one or the other. If it had that coating on it, it could have meant that they were going to launch it, and that would protect it when it came back. But why would it be in the ground? I believe, from what I'm seeing here, that whatever that is, whatever kind of machine it is, it was sent from some other place outside of Earth. Now, it could have been a satellite station. I don't believe it was supposed to crash into the ground like that. There's too many ending cards. I think something happened, or something happened after it landed on Earth. And I almost get like it isn't working right. There's three kings. These kings could have been fighting amongst themselves about what that machine was supposed to do. I almost get that it was sent to Earth. It could have been sent there purposely and was covered up with dirt. I'm trying to decide about that. If it was an accident, this says an accident of some kind. I think it, this is going to sound far-fetched, but I think that machine opened a portal. But it didn't go the way they wanted it to. Whatever happened with that, it didn't go the way it was supposed to. And whatever that is, it's projecting invisibly into the sky. It didn't work right. And I'm really not sure what that is. Okay, I'm getting it was sent from out of the planet. It could be from a satellite, a spaceship, something like that, and it landed there, but it didn't work right. Whatever it did, and it is projecting something into the sky, I believe, it didn't work right. It's damaged. And that's about all I see. Lots of heartache about this. Lots of nightmares. There's a lot of negative things going on with these people, whoever they are. Were they a prior civilization? Were they an alien civilization? I'm just not sure. They had the ability to manifest. That's kind of what I'm getting. Pull a few more cards. Did this machine not work like it was supposed to? And we already got the Tower and the Ten of Swords. Is there any way the cards can tell me what the machine was for? We've already got the Tower. What was this machine for? A few more cards. Okay. It's interesting. I know this is a strange subject, but I'd like to know your opinion. I mean, if this is a machine, and it definitely looks like it is, why would it be there? And it's old, but the technology is more modern. What would someone want with that? Why would it be under the ground all this time? And it could be very, very old. I don't know if they've been able to carbon date anything on it. I'm looking forward to watching the new season. I think it starts today. Whoa, okay. Speed. Okay, whatever happened, happened quickly. The Five of Swords is someone taking advantage of someone. I think interference was going on. I see arguing. It wasn't supposed to quite go like this. The Tower was a disaster. It opened something up. I keep getting portal in my mind. If you don't believe in that, that's fine with me. I'm just trying to think of how you could put this into words. There was arguing. There's 3 kings. This happened faster than it was supposed to. And it didn't happen properly. There was sadness, heartache, walking away, going within. High Priestess, secrets. 3 factions arguing. The Hierophant was a higher power. This is a very intelligent group, whoever did this, obviously, if what I'm saying is true. And this is all alleged. This is all speculation on my part. This is meant to be fun. This is just a reading for entertainment. I have no scientific evidence about this. I'm just letting my mind wander, and you can leave kind comments. Whatever happened with that machine didn't go right. And this tower thing, I'm seeing a projection from it. This is the machine, but it's gone up into the sky. That could be what's causing that anomaly in the sky, that their equipment is detecting something. It's invisible though, invisible to their eye. Something didn't go right. That's kind of all I'm getting. Not really sure what happened after that, but I think I have my answers. Whatever caused that to be on Earth, in the ground, covered up, I don't know how far down it is, not that far, was an accident. Okay, we've got they were hoping for a better life. The Six of Cups, hoping things would be like they were supposed to be. And that was the whole reason for doing this, to make things better. Judgment is the final card. There's a little cow being scooped up by the alien spaceship with the little aliens. This is all for fun. I'm not saying I believe all this, but I definitely have a lot of questions. A judgment was made. Judgment was made, and it didn't work out right. Yeah, I don't see who these people were. They were very intelligent. There were 3 rulers. They had the ability to do whatever they want. I see this card as little, I want to say little satellites in the sky. This was a long time ago. This is their planet. This is the little space stations. That's my opinion of the cards. Now, the other answer to this could be that it was to have been launched from Earth, and it didn't go well. This almost looks like a launch station. But they've found no evidence of anything that looks like a launch pad there. Now, they haven't dug it all up. Well, I get the opposite. I get that it came down and went the wrong way. And it did open something up. That's what I'm getting. It opened something up. And they're still getting evidence of that. Well, I think I'll close the reading. We'll close the circle. I'd like to know what you think. This is for entertainment purposes only, and it's all alleged. But it's very interesting. I'm looking forward to watching the next season, and I'm not advertising anything for advertising it. I'm just very curious. So, thanks for watching. Leave kind comments, and we'll see you next time. Bye.